What is going on, Diablo 2 players? My name is Xtimus, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what Diablo 2 is like in the year 2017 at the current state the game is in on Battle.net right now on the official Blizzard servers. So if you guys have been playing Diablo 2 for the past 2, 3, 4 years, this probably isn't the best video for you. I get dozens of you guys that have come back to Diablo 2 after 10, 15 years, and in this video I'm just going to explain some of the biggest things and the biggest changes that have been made to Diablo 2 and just some of the things going on in the community so you guys have a better understanding of what's going on in the game today. So the first thing I want to go over with you guys is bots. Now, there are bots running 24/7 in Diablo 2. These are not people playing the character, it's just a bot that runs all day. So Blizzard has been trying to take care of this for quite a long time, and they have been banning a ton of Diablo 2 accounts due to people botting lately, but the bots are still running. So I'm just going to show you guys an example of that right now. We're on East Ladder, the East Ladder server right now, and as you can see there are just bot runs going on everywhere, and these bot runs are just run by bots all day. And as you can see, as soon as I join the game, there's a bot that invites me to the party. And yeah, these just go on all day and night, and this is basically how most of the people level up. And you know, if you're really short on gear, people will just follow the bot around in chaos and, you know, just pick up items and things like that. So bots are a really big part of this game right now. It's not like there aren't people actually playing the game. There's just a lot of bots running in the game. So if you guys are wondering about that, you know, the bots have been running for many years now, and you know, back in the day it wasn't as bad as it is now, but bots just run all day. So that's just one thing I kind of wanted to show to you guys and just kind of explain to you guys what's been going on with that. Now, I'd highly recommend, if you're going to bot, I would recommend that you be careful, because you'll probably just end up getting banned, because they have been just banning bots left and right. But you know, there's so many different types of programs out there and different people out there, so it's really been hard for Blizzard to just completely get rid of the bots. It's kind of a weird thing. You would think that they could get rid of it, but they haven't. So alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is Ber Tristram. Ber Tristram is a quest that was added to Diablo 2 back in 2005, and basically a quick rundown of this quest is you have to kill certain monsters in the game to obtain these special keys, and then once you obtain these keys you can transmute them to fight a very strong version of Iswil, Duriel, and Andariel. So, and then after you defeat them, you get the organs of the prime evils, and then once you combine those together, you fight Baal, Diablo, and Mephisto all at the same time in Tristram. And then once you defeat them, you are rewarded with a torch that gives 3 to a random class in Diablo 2 and some other good stats. Now, this is a really hard quest to defeat with very basic classes in Diablo 2. One of the most popular classes to defeat the Ber Tristram quest is the Smiter Paladin, or any kind of melee character. Really, casters and the sorceress can't really defeat Ber Tristram unless you're using some crazy strategy and just really you have tons of full rejuvenations or something like that. It's nearly impossible unless you really strategize it extremely well. So, and that's probably the biggest update that they've added to Diablo 2, and that was 12 years ago. So that's probably, like I said, the biggest thing that they've done to Diablo 2 as far as adding new content to the game. So ever since 2005, there really hasn't been too much that has come out for Diablo 2. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, guys, is the items in Diablo 2 compared to what they used to be way back in the day. So you guys probably remember the Grandfather Sword and the Windforce Bow being the most popular and most valuable items in the game. Not anymore. So Windforce is still, in my opinion, the best weapon to use for a Bowazan, but the Grandfather is basically useless. And both of these items are actually not very valuable in the Diablo 2 community today. So the biggest thing that's changed about the items in Diablo 2 is dozens of new unique items have been added to the game, and a lot of the really old uniques aren't as good anymore, like the Oculus. There's other really good weapons like the Dimensional Shard for sorceresses and other items like that. But the biggest changes are the rune words. Now, rune words in Diablo 2, the really good ones, require very high level runes in the game. And these runes are almost impossible to obtain, and that's probably the reason why so many bots are running in Diablo 2, is because these items are so hard, these runes are so hard to obtain. So these rune words are extremely powerful compared to what the items used to be in Diablo 2. And this is just an example of some of the items I have on here, like the Breath of the Dying. You guys can just look at these stats and see how ridiculous and overpowered these items are in Diablo 2 compared to what items used to be back in the day before they added items like this. Now, one of the biggest changes in Diablo 2 as far as these rune words is the rune word called Enigma, and this completely changed the dynamics of all the classes in Diablo 2. Just completely changed the game forever, because this armor allows any character to use teleport when they have this armor equipped. So, you know, sorceresses used to be the only class that could teleport unless you had an item that had teleport charges on it. So this really completely just changed the game in many different ways, and it's done some good and some bad, and some people like it and some people think it ruined Diablo 2. You know, there's many different opinions about all these things that go on every single day, and it's, you know, many different things in Diablo 2 cause lots of controversy and a lot of arguments, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just however you want to play the game and whatever you think is best. So alright, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is D2JSP. Now, a lot of you guys haven't heard of D2JSP. Back in the day, there was no JSP. We used Stones of Jordans and things like that for our currency for trading in Diablo 2. Now, it's not like there's no in-game trading, but I would say about 90-95% of the trades go on in D2JSP. And basically what D2JSP is to me, I look at it like it's a World of Warcraft auction house on Diablo 2. Except for the fact when the ladder restarts, you still have your forum gold and all that stuff. So it's a really good website to kind of get information about Diablo 2. There's really a lot of good people on there that can help you out with builds and suggestions, and it's basically the community of Diablo 2 is on that website. And every time something is going down, like an update, and Blizzard doesn't really give us an official response to what's going on, they kind of just say, hey, we're updating the servers. But you know, they don't always tell us what's going on, and sometimes we communicate and figure out what's going on. So D2JSP is a really good website to kind of just communicate with people, learn about builds. There's section for builds. You can find out what your items are worth. But most of the trading goes down on D2JSP, and you basically just trade your forum gold for items. So this has been a really good trading thing to use in Diablo 2. It's unfortunate that Blizzard North didn't have the thought to do this back in the day, but this is a very old game, and I really think that if they were to go back, they would add something in the game like D2JSP so people can trade their items for some kind of currency instead of trading for an item that, you know, you might not use, or you'll just have to keep trading or whatever. That's about it, guys. I mean, these are some of the major changes. There are many other changes that have been made to Diablo 2, but these are the 4 major changes that have just completely changed the way Diablo 2 is today compared to what it was way back in the day. So all of you guys that have come back to Diablo 2 because of my content and all that stuff, I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I love you guys so much. It's every single day I hear something like that where you guys say you've come back after 10-15 years, and it's a really big honor for me, and I thank each and every one of you guys very much. And I hope some of you really old school Diablo 2 players enjoyed this video and got some informative stuff about Diablo 2 for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to keep up with Diablo 2 content. I will be trying to put out videos every single day for Diablo 2 because there's so many videos that I want to put out for Diablo 2, but I just feel like I'm never going to be able to get to it unless I just put out videos every single day. So I'm going to try and do that, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video.